But what Candace Owens has been doing recently has been attacking Brigitte Macron. Now, she's been doing this for the past year and a half potentially, and I think it's lessened her credibility. Let's just say that. It's definitely hurt her credibility and hurt her as an honest journalist, because now it seems what she's doing is going after like tabloid stories, right? Stuff you would see when you were like 5, 6, 7 years old. You're at the grocery store with your mom or your dad, and you're in the checkout line, and you see those tabloid magazines, right? Your classic tabloid magazines, like extreme, obviously like lies. Except for Caitlyn Jenner, Bruce Jenner being a girl. That was actually true. But besides that, obvious lies, right? Well, you have Candace Owens covering the story for like a year and a half that the president of France's wife is not only a guy, but it's also his dad. And she's telling this story, and she's reporting on this, and she's saying this in the most serious way, like she's on Adderall, like she's just focused, and she's saying it as if it's the truth. In fact, she said that she staked her entire reputation and credibility on this specific story, breaking it. And so what I'm getting at is that she has lost all her credibility. She appears done. She looks visibly cooked, and she sounds like she's cooked. Like her brain is just done for whatever reason. So we're going to play this for you, and then you guys can make the judge for yourselves what you really think about Candace Owens, because I think she's cooked. Here we go.
It is very clear that Brigitte Trogneau existed. It is very clear that she was, in fact, the sister of Jean-Michel Trogneau. And I think that if I am guessing what took place here, Jean-Michel Trogneau took Brigitte Trogneau's identity at some point. It's very obvious he kind of becomes his sister. That's what seems to be the most logical conclusion based off of everything. So the question that people ask is, okay, if you're operating under that theory, what happened to the real Brigitte Trogneau? And so if we are to believe that, I do believe that Brigitte Trogneau, the real Brigitte Trogneau existed,
I thought you were a political commentator. Like, isn't that your thing, to be commentating on politics? Not like celebrity gossip drama. Like, you could be doing so much more. You could be talking about the war in Iran. You could be talking about the Trump administration. You could be talking about this new tax bill, or not the new tax bill, but the new bill that the Senate overturned it and voted down to ban congressional stock trading. You could talk about anything that's going on, but you are not contributing to any of the discourse in a positive way. In fact, not just this, but covering the Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni whole scandal situation, the drama, the court case. It proved to me that you're not a serious person. You're not a serious commentator. You're not contributing anything good these days in this space. It's just fluff. It's like junk food. I don't want to know that. I want to know actual information that's going to help me in my worldview. This does nothing. This is junk food. This is like another Marvel superhero movie or a DC superhero movie that nobody asked for. Why can't you be an honest journalist instead of doing this? We're going to finish this clip.
Plausible that Brigitte Trogneau got sick, that the real Brigitte Trogneau got sick and perhaps had a dying wish to help her brother, Jean-Michel Trogneau, who was living perhaps as Veronique, right? And knowing that, okay, well, he's never going to...
I can't even take this seriously. I can't even watch any more of this. You are not credible. You are not an honest... It just doesn't make sense. You are not a serious person. And you saw Brigitte Macron and Emmanuel Macron, the president of France, they're suing her, and rightfully so. I mean, does Brigitte look like a man? I mean, she does. But, like... who cares? This is not my country. You are an American. You should be talking about your country, because lots of shit is going on. And you put yourself up as this really credible and serious journalist. But, like, who's going to take you serious when you say that? You know what I mean? Nobody. Nobody takes her. People are laughing at her. So I just don't get it. I don't get it. And then you start shit with other people when you ambush Nick Fuentes, and... I get why you're ambushing Nick Fuentes, but also, too, you seem as though you are on the side of the establishment when you question him. You should have like formed an alliance. I feel like you both went through the same thing. You were both credible journalists at the time, but she's destroying her credibility completely, talking about baseless nonsense. Like who really gives a shit if Brigitte Macron is? I mean, it doesn't seem like it's even a real story. Sure, there's a little bit of suspicion, but again, and I shouldn't even say this too, because there's a lot of really, really intelligent female political commentators, but like some women just should not talk about politics. Candace should be banned. Candace Owens should be banned from calling herself a political commentator. If you're gonna run a gossip column, fine, but don't call yourself a political commentator. I don't even know what her show is besides like celebrity gossip and just girl gossip all day. But people like Anna Kasparian is a really, really intelligent, really thought-provoking political commentator. Recent one on Tucker Carlson, and was great. And she's on the left, but that's somebody that I go to for my news. Who else? That's really it. That's like the only one actually oh no, Crystal Ball. Crystal Ball is also very good. Megyn Kelly, even to a degree, although she does like to get into the drama sometimes. But Megyn Kelly can also be serious and provide thought-provoking political analysis. But Candace Owens, man, it's just like, what are we doing? You're not serious. You're not. So that's all. Kind of went in on her, but it is what it is, man, because like it's just too much.